it's about that time. You're rocking with your boy Damo Unleash and Sky Black on the Nashville Caveman Podcast. Stay tuned.
Hey, what you got in that bag? Just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. I gotta turn up this function like I'm in the Lotus and punch it. All I'm gonna ask is stay in your lane and you won't be food for my luncheon. I'm coming up out of the dungeon, cooking up plans to make something from nothing. And since I secured the bag, it's time to do math, so I'ma keep hustling. I thought I had lost my way or something. I am not feeling what they say is busting. They keep us trapping this way, disgusting. If you so happen to catch me flexing, I could be killing the straps for days, but learning how to install some chromic crystals on the Escalade. Matching the arc that's on my sternum. I am for the sake of the people. Grabbing my Glock and pray to the Lord, cause not everybody tryna be peaceful. I still hope we set the stage for showing them how it's supposed to be, so those that's close to me won't have to ask, hey, what you got in that bag? Just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. Hey, what you got in that bag? Just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. Hey, what you got in that bag? Let me explain what I'm talking about. Had a joint called down about it. Letting these loud mouths know how to move without sound. Best if we don't even shout out. Midwest, east, west, down south, till we get even or even above. Till then we gon' opt out and educate on the backside. Folk gotta act right and they won't backslide. Just put it together no matter the weather, my fella. So hey, if you dealing with vices in you and it's cutting you up like against you, put it on chill for real, or they gon' just use it against you. What you got in that bag? Quiet water.
Mike. Hey, what is going on, y'all, man? Welcome to the Nashville Caveman Podcast. I am one half of your host, Damo Unleash. Man, here for another Tuesday, man. Go ahead right now and roll out the red carpet for a good friend of mine that's like a brother. So, hear me rolling out the carpet, and the floor is yours.
Man, hello, everybody. Welcome to Tuesday, the best day of the week. So, last weekend, give a shout out to Inhumane Championship Wrestling down in Arkansas. Thanks everybody came out. You know, ICW now has a streaming TV deal with Dark Realm TV. It's on Roku, Fire TV, however, $4.99 a month to see all of ICW's top superstars and matches, or a one-time fee of $49.99, whichever one you want to do. But from what I was told, you do get a 7-day free trial if you sign up as of today. I don't know about the future, but as of today, you get a 7-day free trial, and then after that, it's just $4.99 a month. I think other things that's on Dark Realm TV is paranormal, ghost stories, like they're into those type of things, but we were honored for them to have a division of that TV to be a part of wrestling. So thank you, Dark Realm TV, and congratulations to Inhumane Championship Wrestling. This Saturday, I'm always on the road. I'll be heading to Illinois.
He is always on the road.
I'll be heading to Illinois. Redneck Championship Wrestling, Enfield, Illinois. It'll be me for the second time going against their champion, Chris O'Brien. You know, last time American Giant came out, stuck his nose in my business. But hey, that's in the past. Come August 9th, this is a no disqualification match. So there should be no reason that I cannot defeat this man. So this Saturday, Illinois, Sky Black versus the champion, the heavyweight champion, Chris O'Brien. So everybody that's in Illinois, please come out and check that out. But tonight, you know, the Deep Bling Radio Show is brought to you by Redneck Championship Wrestling. You know, we're going to have new music. We're going to have fun. Tune in, offtopradio.com. That is offtopradio.com. We also stream on offtoprecords.net. That is offtoprecords.net. If you or artists have any music that you want played, just send it to me as an MP3. sky.black@gmail.com. That is sky.black@gmail.com. And with all that said and done, we pass it back to Mr. Damo. Your videos, your music for this show, promotion, marketing, and the best thing of all, the Soul Driven Awards coming up in December of 2025, Mr. Damo.
Yes, sir. And I'm trying to break into getting the other genres of music. So the good thing about being downtown or working downtown is I come across a lot of musicians. So
Yes.
I'm trying to break into get more Nashville artists of different genres. We got so much talent here, man. It's not even funny.
Absolutely.
And so
I think my issue is just a lot of gatekeepers. You know, a lot of folks, well, if you do this, this is what I need in return. So I'm just trying to let artists know I don't need nothing from you. I'm doing this out the kindness of my heart. Just send the music and I will promote and play your music. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So when you can have a lot of talent, but if there's people that don't, it's the same thing in the wrestling. If there's people that don't want to move out of the way, the new talent can't shine.
And you know, that's my thing. My thing too is that here's the thing with me. I'm not going to chase nobody. It's your dream. I'm not going to chase you to help you in regards to your dream.
Right.
I'm just not going to do it. And so, you know, last year I went out searching for a lot of artists. This year I'm like, nope, not doing that, man. So
yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, if we're showing y'all the door, it's up to y'all to go through the door. We can't hold your hands. We're saying here's the opportunity. Are you prepared? Because that's what success is. It's preparation plus opportunity. That's it.
Hey, hold on for a minute. I'm doing pretty good. If you can mute your mic for me. Thank you. All right. Let me let y'all know what we're gonna talk about today, okay? First, I'm gonna get to my people on Bigo. The first hour, the first 11 people to get in the panel, you stay there. The first hour, we're gonna give somebody 300 diamonds. The second hour, y'all gonna get a chance to win 500 diamonds. So just sit in the panel. If you come up, please mute your mics. I'm gonna let y'all know what we're gonna talk about today. We got a lot of things to get across. I actually found more than I actually could talk about today, but I was like, you know what, Sky? I'm gonna reserve some of it for next week. All right.
Okay.
This woman gave this very interesting take regarding child support. And I really wish I could have squeezed this in today. I can't, but we definitely gonna talk about this next week. And actually, I need to share this with you and have you watch this. I thought this was really deep. But what we're gonna be talking about today, so y'all heard that there was a grand opening. Jonathan, I'm trying to remember what's the guy's name, but he had a grand opening of a hair store in Houston. Same day he opened it.
Hello, Faith.
Grand opening, grand closing. So he got shut down that same day. And I'm gonna tell y'all why, right? We're gonna be talking about why some men don't go to church. We're also gonna be talking about how, man, there was this father that convinced his daughter to lie on her mother's husband in an attempt to rekindle his and her relationship. So we're gonna talk about that. Is $30 an hour the new minimum wage? We're gonna discuss that. A former sex worker tells what most men complain to her about regarding women. So ladies, y'all want to stick around and hear what she had to say about this. And this chick was like, my bills are $10K a month. So men need to come correct or leave me alone.
I think I seen that one.
And then last but not least, this guy made this statement. I want to hear him out, and then we're going to discuss this. Are blacks the most racist group in America right now? In 2025? So those are topics for today. But y'all know how we get down, man. Before we get this show going, we love to step away with some music, man. We all about, representing indie artists. So we're going to go ahead and do that right quick. And when we come back, we're going to go ahead and get to this, all right?
Shouts out to Miranda G. She just joined us too.
Hey, thank you, Miranda. And if y'all all can do me a favor, whether you're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, you're on Instagram, right?
Yes. Yes.
Or if you are on Bingo, if y'all could do me a favor, if y'all could share the live and get many people as possible, just share the live to as many people as possible. We're going to be back with some music, and then we're going to jump off into these topics, y'all.
Absolutely.
Y'all listening to the Nashville Caveman podcast show and watching it.
I got blood on my motherfucking hands. How I get it? Trying to be a good man. I walk with the spirits of the slaves who killed in the field. I am them. Hold on, wait. Come again. I don't think you niggas heard me clear. I woke up one day, looked in the mirror, realized who the fuck we is. I got blood on my motherfucking hands. How I get it? Trying to be a good man. I walk with the spirits of the slaves who killed in the field. I am them. Hold on, wait. Come again. I don't think you niggas heard me clear. I woke up one day, looked in the mirror, realized who the fuck we is. Okay, my mama never lied. I got too much pride, too big to put to the side. Can't let a nigga play with my fam, I hope they never try. Cause shit, it's 1,000 ways to die. I'm not a bad guy, I just got a bad side. I came up on the bad side. Street lights on, we was outside. I emerged from darkness, the non-ether. Major flavor, leaking through your speaker. Revolutionary, but I'm not the leader. Mr. Self-explanatory, tell me can you keep up? About to put you in a trance like a mind reader. I get lethal with the mic like it's a desert eagle. How did he kicked in the door, but I'm never leaving. I came a long way from robbing blood niggas. A nigga used to like robbing, damn near fell in love with it. I was facing 20 years, now life different. I got a daughter and my paper route legitimate. I'm trying to build better me and build benefits. Was down bad, had to crawl out the trenches filthy. I won't stop till my bank account overfilling. Grind hard, go first, stay humble with it. But if a nigga play with my fam, it's 1,000 ways to die. I'ma slide right now, show him no I got blood on my motherfucking hands. How I get it? Trying to be a good man. I walk with the spirits of the slaves who killed in the field. I am them. Hold on, wait. Come again. I don't think you niggas heard me clear. I woke up one day, looked in the mirror, realized who the fuck we is. I got blood on my motherfucking hands. How I get it? Trying to be a good man. I walk with the spirits of the slaves who killed in the field. I am them. Hold on, wait. Come again. I don't think you niggas heard me clear. I woke up one day, looked in the mirror, realized who the fuck we is. Okay, my mama never lied. I got too much pride. I walk with the spirits of the slaves who killed in the field. Can't let a nigga play with my fam. I hope they never try. Cause shit, it's 1,000 ways to die. I'm not a bad guy.
All right, we back. Before we go ahead and get into a story, I wanted to tell y'all, man. Remember I told y'all my air was out for about 3 weeks?
Yes.
Man, do you know how good it felt when that air kicked on? And the crazy part is now, man, Damo got a personal little air conditioner sitting right to the side of me, man, blowing on me. I feel good, man. Because usually if y'all can watch during the show, y'all be seeing me disrobing. It be hot as hell. Not anymore. I'm freezing cold now, baby. Freezing cold.
It's the small things that count, right?
It sure is, man. You know what? Sometimes I think we take things for granted. That this everyday necessities. And then it ain't till you don't have it no more where you be like, oh, snap. I really didn't appreciate that the way I should have possibly appreciated that. Um, I'm gonna get into this first one, right?
Okay.
This, why men don't go to church, and I thought, man, this was a real interesting take, and a lot of this I kind of agree with, man. Um, Let me find this now. It is they hid it from me, but here we go. Without further ado, let's go ahead and break into this. And then me and Sky gonna let y'all know what we think about it.
Do y'all go to church regularly? Not regularly, no. Thank you. Why aren't they there? Because y'all not going to church. Well, I know why though. So, yeah. Why don't you go to church? It's more of therapy rather than instruction on how to get things accomplished. Oh. So it doesn't really resonate with me, to be honest with you. I would have to agree. Yeah, we had Nur Muhammad come and he said it the best. He said, church in the Christian community is more about coping with life rather than conquering life. So I think it depends on the church. I think it depends on the church. Yeah, I've been to a lot. Yeah. But I think some of my observation too is that church is actually geared towards women because women are emotional. Do y'all go to church?
So, for those, did you catch most of what they was saying? When they was like, church is more for, it seemed like for a lot of men, it's more about comforting than conquering. Right. Meaning that, it tell you how to, it's almost there to show you how to deal with problems, but it don't put you in position to not only fix them, but take off, and exceed past whatever issues you got going on in your life. For example, it don't tell you, man, it tell you, okay, if you got all these financial problems or health problems, man, go to God. But it don't have anything to tell you how, they don't focus on telling you how to stay healthy, how to eat healthy, work out, man, invest your money smart. Don't go and spend money on things you don't need. Right. So I understand that part of it, especially seeing that most men, we're logical thinkers. Mm-hmm. We like to be problem solvers.
Mm-hmm. So when you walk into a church, is it more women or men?
I think it's more. All the churches I've ever been to, it's way more women.
Way more women. Is it way more married women or single women with kids?
More single women. I don't know if a lot of them got kids, but the ones I've been to, I would guess so. But you don't really see the kids because a lot of times the kids go off somewhere else. They don't really sit in the main.
Yeah, they don't do that no more. Yeah, so they have a division to where the little babies can go, and then they have a division to where the toddlers and kind of bigger kids can go, right? So my point is, let me piggyback off what he said. So is church a business or is it a drug? Because if you have this building and you have different departments to take care of people's needs, you're a business, right? So
I think it's more of a business.
Yeah. So if the drug is the religion, and what have we talked about when people sell drugs like pharmacy? They don't want to cure you. They want you to keep coming back. They just do enough to make you feel better, but they know eventually either your symptoms will get worse, that drug will start working, or you will relapse and come back. So if it's a drug, then that means the preacher is the pharmacy pushing the drug of religion, right? So why would religion tell you how to solve your problems indefinitely? Because if you tell me how to solve it indefinitely, why should I come back to the church? I can have all the faith in the world, right? Because real believers, we know the people is the church. The building is just where it at. Me, you can go to a building and do a church. We don't have to go into a building where we tithe. Me, you, and other people can sit in a circle, and that is the church. And that business of religion knows that. So, of course, if you need help from the church or if you need to hear a word, they're only going to give you enough to say, hey, I feel good right now. But then by Wednesday or Thursday, when that drug wears off, you come back the next Sunday and the next Sunday. And then what happens when I think about nepotism, right? The families if a church is ran by a mom and dad, guess who's going to run the church when they go? Their kids. And all the members that was around with the mom and dad, guess where their kids are going to go? To the same church. So that's why when people talk about slavery, I'm thinking, yeah, it was a horrible thing. But look at the system of slavery and look at today's society. With the system that they put in slavery with the nepotism and the plantation people and their family owning the plantation and the slaves and their kids working for the next generation is no different than the church. So that's why he said what he said. I'm not here to solve your problems. I'm here just to put a Band-Aid over them.
You know what, Sky? You know what I noticed going to church? Is they have this segment in the church where people stand up and it's like, I don't know if it's like, prayers for whatever. Mm-hmm. And most of the time when people stand up, it's always like somebody's sick or somebody has had surgery. They about to fall off, and the doctor say they got 3 to 6 months to live. My family is going on a vacation and it's their first time flying, to just keep prayer over them that the planes stay upright and it don't fall into the ocean and explode on some little mini rock that you can barely see. It's always something like crazy. Right. And I noticed that all this stuff he's right. It's all catered to just talking about people talking about their problems and not really talking about, it's not solution based. And I'm not saying that there aren't churches that aren't like that aren't solution based, but in their sermons, they don't never talk about that, in their testimony and preaching. It's always a fear tactic. Never about, teaching life lessons financially or even when it comes to marriage.
Right. Absolutely.
Because if all these people supposed to be, religious and whatnot, Christians and whatnot, then why aren't y'all having more? Y'all should be having just as many marriages as y'all are having baptisms.
Right. And see, and I ain't been to a lot of white churches, so I'm not going to speak on white churches. Let's just talk about black churches.
I've been to both. I've been to both.
I mean, I've been to both, but I've been to more black churches. They have a niche. Their niche is single black women with children that are struggling with something. That's their niche, right?
They tap into their emotional point.
Guess who grew up in those type of churches? Tyler Perry. That's his niche. Single black women with kids who have problems. So this is why when everybody said, well, Tyler Perry, he caters to these one people, when he saw what the church was catering to. It's not that hard, people. You always going to have single black mothers somewhere struggling doing something because of some problem. And that's what the Baptists and all this whole church, that's what they're preaching to. But then they want you to come back. Just like Tyler Perry movies. It has an ending, but doesn't really have a solution because he wants the next Medea to piggyback off of that, or the next How to Marry a Black Woman, or Colors, or This is for Single Women. It's all the same. And so, yeah, what that guy is saying is true. If you fix the solution forever, why should anybody come back?
Right. And it's like, and I think that's why men don't go. Because it's like they tithe every week and they want you to go ahead and tithe every week. But they don't really have, like every church then should have a program of some sort to show people how to invest their money, because of course the more money people make, the more they're going to do what?
Tithe.
Right. But you don't see a lot of these organizations with programs to teach people, money managing skills or investing skills or anything like that.
And think about it, it's 10% of your gross, like the IRS. The IRS don't tax you on 10% of your net. The IRS tax you on 10% of your, whatever the tax bracket is, of your gross. So in churches, it's 10% of the gross. So after taxes, after this, after that, and then you take your discretionary money and blow it all on bills and your kids, they still want to tax you, as I'm calling it, the tax of tithe, 10% of what you no longer have. And then is that not an issue? So now there's an issue about finances, about tithing for their church, and all they're going to do is, well, Mother Deacon or whatever her name is, you can just get an extra job, or you can sell pies. Or remember that fish you brought that time? You can sell. They're going to give you a solution to make more money to tithe more. But like you said, they're never going to tell her how to invest in land and businesses and do this and LLCs. They might not do that because why? Why would they teach you how to walk when every Sunday you're crawling to the church?
Or they're not going to teach them how to farm. Like, I don't understand how some of y'all, even the young kids, man, y'all get out there, volunteers and stuff, and teach folks. Like, they don't give them really no tools, I don't think. They don't really offer the community. They're no different than the therapist. To go see a therapist one-on-one. Now it's just group therapy instead of it being a one-on-one session. That's how, you're right. A lot of men look at that as that. That's all it is.
So men that don't go to church, they don't believe they're not religious. They don't believe that. That doesn't mean they don't believe in God. It's just they don't need that system to believe in a higher power or whatever they believe in. Right.
Y'all. So down in we gonna get to this next one, man. So this beauty store opened in Houston, and they closed in Houston. Right. I'm gonna show y'all just how ignorant we can get in our community, man. So without further ado, let me go ahead and play this video. And then after y'all hear the news clip, I'm going to show y'all the video on here, right? Because I was like, this is just absolutely like ridiculous. I've seen a lot of ratchet stuff, but this is like ratchet.
The crowd at Hair Gallery of Beauty Supply's grand opening got out of control this morning, erupting into chaos after pepper spray was sprayed into the crowd. Medics treated one woman at the scene. The Harris County Sheriff's Office called off the entire event, and fire marshals left violations for the owner. But as KPRC2's Joy Addison reports, police say they are not sure who sprayed that pepper spray.
Well, what we saw this morning was a grand opening crowd that just got out of control after people camped out in this parking lot overnight. But the latest update from fire marshals is that Hair Gallery of Beauty Supply will be closed for at least the next 8 weeks until they secure the proper permits.
They had tents, they had their chairs, they had blankets, they were sleeping in the car.
White has about 2.3 million followers on Instagram and has famously styled Houston native Meg Thee Stallion and award-winning R&B artist SZA. About 14 hours ago, he advertised $300 to $400 wigs, $4,000 in cash, and other items being given away to the first shoppers that could make it to the store. These posts drew the initial crowd. Social media videos show hundreds of people inside of the store and over 500 people camping overnight in the store's parking lot, waiting for the grand opening the next day and the promise of more free items. After the crowd got out of control, police were called for a disturbance and for calls for heat exhaustion. Everyone that needed help was treated on the scene, and it was cleared. The fire marshal then arrived and said the owner did not have the proper occupancy permits and closed the place down.
I feel like if they had like the proper structure, like, form the lines, like the barricade and stuff, then it would have went smoother. Because when the doors were closed, someone used this as an opportunity, or for whatever reason, felt they needed to disperse the crowd. Those that were affected were treated by EMS. We had several medical issues came up, along with the disbursement of the potential chemical agent, as well as heat exhaustion. It was babies out here dying from pepper spray.
A stop work order and 2 violations for occupancy were left on the door by fire marshals. And despite the continued promotion over social media that this grand opening will continue tomorrow, police and fire marshals confirmed that will not happen and this business will remain closed until those proper permits are submitted. Reporting from the Northwest Side, Joy Addison, KPRC 2 News.
So let me show y'all the ignorance that was bestowed. It's Jonathan Wright, all right? That's his name, all right? So let me show y'all the ignorance bestowed upon, and that's why you can't do nothing, man. That's why you can't do nothing in the hood. I'm telling y'all. Look at this.
So is this what caused the eruption? Because he was outside
giving away free weed and wigs. You see him tossing it?
Yeah.
Look how they acting over this, over some fake hair.
And these are people that don't even act like this in church, huh?
Man, dude. What in the Mr. Ed is going on here?
So instead of him giving out free hair, he should have made sure he had the right permits to run his business, right?
Man, he shouldn't have did that shit at all. You know, I'm sorry, man. You can't take us anywhere and expect for things to work out good. You can't go. I mean, how did he think this was going to play out? Now his business, you know what I'm saying? It's going to be 8 weeks before he can probably open it again. And now he got to go to court because you know he got fined for it, right? It's a fire issue having that many people, not only in the store but outside in the parking lot. And you know what? Why are we the ones that always got to be camped out for Jordans or camped out for hair products? Why do we gotta be the community to do that shit?
I have no clue. But again, goes back to my point. Do they camp out at church before it opens?
No.
This is the things that I don't get. It's I think the black community still has a self-esteem issue. Now, people might say from slavery, from the white man. Well, I think we just still have a self-esteem because we let things like call and I'm not gonna act like a hypocrite. When I was in my 20s, the same thing. We let things like cars, jewelry, money, hair, all this stuff define who we are. And I think that's just what it was. When this man's like, I thought he was gonna have people raffle. You know how you raffle tickets? He's standing out there throwing out $1,400 hair that these women can't afford, and they feel if I can get this free hair that I can get it put on and make it feel good about myself. No, you out there looking silly, camping out for some hair that hopefully God should have gave you on your head when you was born. So no, I still don't understand, Damo, why is there such a subculture of the black community, because not everybody, who feels that their worth is what materials will bring them.
Man, you know what, Sky? I know when it comes to just like piss poor behavior. I know we are not the only community. I can tell you that. We are not the only community, right? But with that said, I don't really care about what other communities have going on, right? Man, it's just like, I always say this, man. Like when you step out, you don't just represent you. Because remember we had this conversation before. Man, one of the reasons why my journey as far as like my presentation, how I dress, why it changed is because the first judgment that we cast on people is what?
They look, their appearance.
What we see. Then everything else come behind that. But what we see, our perception, already we done built some sort of perception. So what do you think the perception is when people watching videos like this over hair?
And that's crazy because everybody wants to perceive as all these other races think that we're this. Well, if these are the only videos that come out about us, then they have the right to think that way, right?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, man, if you see all the times you see a criminal, they in cornrows and they in the hoodie and the poo shites on, and then you go out with that, what do you think is going to happen?
You're going to get discriminated.
You asking for trouble. It's consequences that people don't understand that old saying, a few bad apples spoils a bunch. It's a reason why they were saying that. That's true. That's a true statement. You know, and I think we need to get back to shame. I think that's the art that's lost. We need to get back to shaming people that exhibit behaviors that affect all of us. Because people don't think it affects. Yes, it do. Yes, it do. You know what I'm saying? Because if we see people of other cultures behaving a certain way, it looks bad on them.
Well, all the big
we be like, oh, look at that. And we say it. We'll be like, oh, look at that's some, you know, that's this community. Yeah, they do that. Yeah, you know, when they put raisins in the potato salad. Oh yeah, man, you know, that's that. We all do that. We all judge you on your behavior. We'll judge you and everybody based off of one person. It shouldn't be like that, but we do.
all the big mamas are gone. Those are the ones that would shame you. You know what I'm saying? The big mamas, they didn't
have no
filter.
before you even got to
right.
the street. You're right.
Absolutely. They didn't have no filter. If you was tacky, dirty, stinky, weight gaining, they would tell you in your face. So that way, when you go out in public, you go like, oh my God, I'm surprised. No, you ain't surprised. Your damn great-grandmom told you look silly. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And now it's like people have kids so young,
yeah.
So they're more friends.
They're more friends. That's it. You're right. 100%.
They're more friends, but
so
man, I don't know how we don't see videos like that and don't get like I was aggravated. I was real aggravated. And don't get me wrong, it happens in all communities, but I'm not concerned with other communities. They don't have no bearing on me, right? They do because we all Americans, but it don't. Right. You know, it's just like somebody else's kids. If somebody else's kids acting up, I feel bad for the parent. Do that have a trickle down effect and affect me and every? Yes, it does. But who is it really affecting? Number one, the parents. It make them look bad.
Yeah. How many mothers and daughters do you think was out there together trying to catch their hair?
Man, it was a sea of them. And they had kids with them. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why would you take kids to an event like that you know gonna get violent?
Hello, Rachel.
We seen Black Friday get violent over some weave and wig.
Man,
you did not think that was gonna get violent?
Man, that's why I had to quit going to Black Fridays. Walmart, Target, all that stuff, man. Them folks was
they act crazy during Black Friday.
Absolutely. So,
over that cheap goods. Them goods is cheap as hell.
Yeah, they fighting over TVs and Xboxes, and I mean, it's just let it go, y'all. Let it go.
Man, and you know that stuff probably got a shelf life on it. It seemed like every year we buying a TV. Like, damn, I just got this TV last Christmas. I'm replacing it already.
That's true.
We buy the same shit every year. Think about it. That let you know it ain't worth nothing. We buying the same stuff.
Every time you buy something, when you at the register, what does it say? Would you like to add this warranty, this protection? And it's always these 2 years, right?
I just got it. Why am I adding protection to something I just got?
It's always 2 years because they know it might not last longer than 2 years. So why you get it? That is the real reason why you get it. Hello, Rachel. I hope you're doing okay. But yeah, that's the real reason why you get it.
Man, this next one's Sky. A father convinces his daughter to lie on her mother's husband in an attempt to rekindle his relationship with the mother. Right? So this is the baby dad. And so he convinced his daughter to say she was touched by the mother's husband. And this is why, you know, man, dude, this was always one of my biggest fears. You know, dealing with somebody that had kids. If the kids wasn't out of the house, this was my biggest fear. Because, man, people say, well, the daddy gone and whatnot. You just don't know the whole scenario. You only going to get half the truth. You don't know what's going on. Dude, it's so much more to being a stepdad. I commend him. I don't commend him, you know what I'm saying? But I do commend him at the same time. So without further ado, y'all, we going to go ahead and listen to this. And then me and Sky, we going to go ahead and talk about it.
Good afternoon, Josh. How you doing?
Imagine being divorced for 10 years, living life, a peaceful life, when your now grown daughter comes to you crying, saying, Mom, I'm so sorry. My stepdad never did touch me. Dad put me up to it because he was trying to get back with you. What's your response?
So, she divorced, you know, she thinks she divorced, you know, doing the right thing, because the daughter, you know, told her that, hey, man, you know, he touched me. And then you just sitting there living your single divorced ass life. And then out of nowhere, your daughter come through crying, talking about, you know, I am so sorry. You know, daddy put me up to lying and saying that he touched me because he wanted to go ahead and get back with you and wanted to work it out with you.
Was that not a different way of doing it?
Man, whoo. Boy. Look.
You know what?
For y'all ones out here messing with these ones with daughters, man.
You know what?
And you don't know the kid's relationship with the daddy. Y'all are taking a big risk.
That's true. Let me do the narrative from the stepdaddy point of view. Good. You dodged a bullet. Because, yeah, in the grand scheme of things, you got divorced, you got lied on. But if that relationship between the biological daughter and the biological father could do that, let's say you survived that, what else would they come up with? The next time I send your ass to jail. So he dodged a big bullet. I'm glad that she divorced you and walked away, because now you're seeing you're probably seeing why the biological mother and the biological daddy broke up. But now he's get this relationship with his daughter. I don't know how old the daughter is. How old did the daughter look?
She grown. They didn't show the daughter, but she grown now.
To sit here and drive a wedge between the happiness of her mama and her current husband because of the manipulation that the biological dad is doing. So I know in the short term, he grieved just a little bit, but in the long term, he will wake up and be like, Jesus Christ.
He made out good.
Mm-hmm.
This is why a lot of men don't want to be stepdads. You know what I'm saying? This is why I never wanted to deal. No, I'm sorry. It's bad too, because nobody should be punished for that. But every action got consequences. And I'm sorry, but that's a consequence. You out here, you lay with a dude, and you let him get you pregnant, and he don't marry you, it's going to come with great consequences.
Absolutely.
You know, and it will disqualify you. Don't think that it won't. You probably think that it shouldn't, but yeah, it will. You know what I'm saying? Because, man, that man is, shoot, he might get attached to your kids if it don't work out. You know, man, he don't. Now you could just say you can't see the kids no more. Just like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's so many variables. It's so much. It's such a big gamble. It's a gamble building with a female, period, because if it don't work out, you are at the mercy. Now, some men don't mind that because they like, I'd rather have peace than anything. But you are literally at the mercy if it don't work out. And that's if you find a woman who, like you, don't have kids. But if she do have kids, you get attached to them kids, right? Man, you losing, you are risking so much being stepped
right.
back.
And again, we can't punish the past, right? They just gonna have to suffer their consequences. No. So my thing is, for all the women and young women who are watching this right now, learn from other people's mistakes. Don't be out here sleeping with men and getting pregnant with men that you don't know will be there for you and your children. Because all the women we talking about now, ain't nothing they can do. Their kids are on earth. It's over for them. But there are a subgroup of women right now who's not in that situation, that's probably dealing with a no good man, sleeping unprotected. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what drives me insane more than anything else. If I see that this has happened to other women, why would I put myself in that situation? That's what gets me.
Man, Sky, we are at that time. I'm going to go ahead and just the end of the first hour, I'm going to lock up the rest of these boxes at 1 o'clock. So if you're going to get in here, you got 15 minutes to do so. But I want you to pull the numbers either on a piece of paper, write down 1 or 2, and then whatever number you pull, because since I only got 2 sitting up here today, so whatever number you pull, that's who I'm going to go ahead and give $300 to.
All right. Let me know when you want me to do it.
So we ready right now, man.
All right. Let's shake up the little thing. Number 2.
Number 2? Naj.
Right, Naj. What's going on?
Naj in the building. All right, let me go ahead and hook Naj up.
Hey, man. Naj must be busy today. He ain't on here conversating with us.
Nah, he's sitting on this panel.
Okay, gotcha. I don't blame him. I probably would leave that panel to Joan DeBigo because hell, you dropping diamonds. So I would probably go there too if I could.
All right, man. So that's the first. Man, I'm gonna go ahead and lock this up. Everybody else, they ain't come through. I was trying to get that. People don't really want to make money off of here like they say they do. But I'm gonna lock up the panel in about 15 minutes. And if y'all two the only ones on here, Nas, you could win 800, man, a total of 800. So, all right, man. We're going to jump into some music right quick, and then we're going to go ahead and continue back, y'all. So sit tight, man. We glad that y'all are here. Me and Sky going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back, all right? Man, y'all listening to the Nashville Caveman podcast. Again, if y'all could do us a huge favor, share the live. Please share the live. Take the time, share the live to, you know, man, whatever platform you on, we really appreciate it. We appreciate you guys being here also, all right?
Hey, listen, man. Listen. Please excuse me. I'm cruising. I'm doing about $1, 2, 3 in the hoopty. I'm bleeding profusely. I'm on my way to see you, big bro. I'ma need my 44 and my Uzi. I'm trying to stay focused when you shit the mirrors, but I'm kinda woozy. Maybe my mood sticks. Maybe my mood swings, or maybe I'm just not a perfect person. Or maybe I'm the worst when I'm hurting and lightweight slurping bourbon. Might be why I'm gurping and swerving and swerving. I'm sure this is not suburban. God, and I'm slurring my words again. My bad, I got a urge for cursing when I'm apparently worried the turds will learn again. You know the cherries and berry nerds in them, working the current and lurking it. Oh yeah, let me get back to the subject of this bastard and why I have to be holding my ribs and kidneys after.
Why you say that?
Cause simply this heathen is no longer breathing. His lungs are empty. Guess he thought he could get me. You know how these kids be nowadays. I'm no dry snitch, so I'ma say he had it coming to him. Shank was running through him. His homies was running to him. Sweat is running fuming and puffing, moving. I must have stopped myself before I shoved it to him. Contemplating self-defense in case I end up in front of a judge and jury. I stuff my jury in a peasant's pants. I'm innocent, no incriminating evidence. Smart thinking, right? Despite the adrenaline kicking in, kinda like the feeling when you feeling grim and all you got is a set of Minifin. Oh, so I improvise. I wish I could simplify what's in my mind. Hey, they say I must be psychotic in disguise, like it's a private enterprise, like I'm a chairman with stocks and shares and shit. Scary, ridiculous, man. Big bro, is you still listening? Oh, I just get a fix, ain't that a bitch? How did I even get in this? How can I pin this on a hating cousin or a fake sibling or whatever, man? I'm just trying to be clever, man.
And please mute the mics for me. All right, man, we are back. So this dude, actually, before I even get to this, right? This woman said that her bills are $10,000 a month. And that dudes, if they want to talk to her, they either needed to either get it together or leave her alone. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and play the video clip. And then, man, Sky, we're going to go ahead and talk about this, all right?
Okay, so tell me if I'm wrong. I'm not trying to make this video because I want to bash a man or anything of that nature. I want to make this video because I want a man to understand that you have to come politically correct when you're coming at a woman that has her things together. So many men are... I've had 3 different guys reach out to me today. Oh, you're not working today? Oh, what are you doing today? It's always what you doing, what you doing, what you doing. It's never, hey, can you plan an off day so that we can go and do this or have this planned? I'm literally getting ready. Let me start over. I took today off. I took today off to go to a hair appointment. And because I have midterms tomorrow. So I need to have some time to myself to study. And I want to go get my hair done later on so that, I'm feeling good about myself. I'm looking cute, I'm waist training. I'm over here just, I'm in my mode. You know what I mean? Like, it's my reset day. Okay? And I've had 3 different men reach out to me today and ask me to pull up on them. Pull up on you. Pull up on you, but you haven't planned anything. You didn't say, hey, why don't you take a day off and let's plan something so that we can spend some time together, or let's plan a nice little date. I'm telling him, like one guy, I'm telling him, I'm like, I'm going to get my hair done. He like, oh, you busy today? Da-da-da-da. Not, oh, how much is your hair? Oh, is there any way I can contribute today? I know you work really hard. It was none of that. It's never like anything that makes any sense to me. My bills are over 10 grand a month. I work very hard every single day. I put my 110% in. I am a single mother with 2 children. Single mother by choice, by the way. By choice, with 2 children, 2 boys. I pay my own college tuition out of pocket. I'm in nursing school. I run a business. I want you guys to help me understand, because I'm not getting it and I'm not understanding, and my time is very, very valuable. I'm in nursing school. I have to study for 2 to 3 hours a day alongside of going to work and running my business that I've had almost 9 years next month. So help me to understand what's going through y'all's brains. Because when you come for a woman like me, you have to come politically correct. I'm tired of it. And I'm so annoyed. I'm about to date outside of my race. That's what I'm about to do.
So she said she about to date outside her race. All right. So Sky, let's go ahead and jump into it, man.
My first thing is, did she have the surgery? Did she have that gastric bypass surgery or sleeve? Because her hips and ass and all that stuff is not proposal to her waist. That a girl with a waist that skinny usually have like skinny legs, skinny hips, skinny butt. That looked like she had some work done. And the way she was breathing, as if she couldn't expand her chest or breath because of how tight whatever she had on around her stomach. Ooh, that's crazy. But anyway, but that's not what we're talking about. We talking about that. Pros and cons. Pro, you're honest. You wanted to be a single mother by choice. You wanted to have your bills up to $10,000 a month. You wanted to work, run a business, and go to nursing school. You sit across the table and you tell me all of that. Then it's my choice to decide on whether I want to be in your life and whether I want to help you with anything that you're doing, because you're telling me all this up front. Negative, if you feel like this is overwhelming, why did you put yourself in this situation? You should have worked, saved, let your your business build up enough money where it paid for your schooling, and then make sure you had enough time to go to school, be a nurse, then have the children by yourself, by choice. If you do that, your life would have been just a little bit more better, and you wouldn't need a specific type of guy or date outside your race to come in and help take some of that burden off your shoulder. Because even if you're doing it all financially, emotionally you're not, because that's why you did this video. Spiritually, you're not, that's why you did this video. And damn sure mentally you're not, because that's why you did this video. So that's my pros and cons with this video we just seen.
Man, I can help her out even better than that.
Even if she's wearing a corset, that her waist, from her tits to her waistline, is not proportionate with her, because she has like a nice little broad chest and her hips and ass is wide. That waistline is way, way too small for the proportion of her body. That's just my opinion. Go ahead, Damon.
Man, I just want to say this part, right? You know why, dudes? You know why she's running into the kind of dudes that she's running into?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not taking her serious.
Right.
When they say basically they want to link up, why do you think they want to link up? But they're not planning anything. So what do you think their goal is?
They want boom boom.
That's all they want. She's got to what man in his right mind gonna take a woman like that? They talk about I'm a single mom by choice. Who gonna take that serious? Because if you're going to nursing school, so you working a full-time job and going to nursing school
and running a business.
So, because what I would like to know, are them baby fathers on child support? Because
not with that ego, no.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of times, men mess up. They think that they won't get put on child support if the woman don't put them on child support.
Mm-hmm.
That's not necessarily true. Once she sign up for any program, whether it be food stamps, housing, WIC, even Medicare or anything like that.
Oh yeah, you preaching to the choir. I know firsthand. Mm-hmm.
Yes, so he can be put on child support without her going down there. So it's like you're talking about you were a single mom by choice. So F the kids having access to both mom and dad.
Mm-hmm.
You selfishly said, so now you're running into selfish men, and that's what we're complaining.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like, what kind of man did you think you was gonna get? You know, Kevin Samuels. I don't agree with everything that Kevin Samuels said, but one thing I do agree with that he said, and he's been right about this for the most part. Mm-hmm. You get no higher than the father of your children.
I never heard that.
Because men gonna look at it like, why are you making me do all this? You didn't make him do that, and he got a baby from you.
Man, come on. You preaching the choir. That's crazy. That is crazy. Why do you...
That's how dudes look at it. Not all, but by great majority, they like, why am I going to go ahead and do this? He wasn't required to do this.
Man, you is preaching the choir. Why do you make other men, whether they're your boyfriend, your best friend, whatever they are in your life, just a homeboy down the street, why do you make them do things that you don't force the father of the kids to do?
And Faith, I agree. Faith, I definitely agree. Her problem is her standards.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But the kids are a part of that. Because, man, any man that come in, man, he, by default, he got to take on them kids, too. You know what I'm saying? And them not his kids. So, it's a little different now. Circumstances are changed. So, I do think that she need to then say, well, you know what? Any man that's, going to do that, man, I got to respect that. So, maybe I might pull back some of my standards. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I can live with this flaw or that flaw. But she at $10,000 a month, what man want to come in paying? So that means if he paying $10,000 a month for you, then how much he got to make? $200,000 a year? Because if you $120,000 a year and he got to take care, and that's what you want him to do, then what about his bill? Because, again, I don't never suggest men to go ahead and move in, or women. I don't suggest women move in with men. I suggest keep your own stuff, and then if y'all get married, then y'all can go ahead and combine it. But if y'all don't, then y'all can each go your own way.
Oh, yeah. I just don't get that. So... Now, if you are a guy who likes a woman that has kids, and let's say the father has signed over his rights, he's not in the picture at all, he's dead, maybe that's that small little loophole. But
I agree with that.
If you dealing with a woman that's not in that small little loophole, we just showed a video where the daughter lied about the current husband. So you got to worry about that stuff. the baby daddy not taking care of the kids, not wanting to be there, disrespecting the mom, because now that's your wife, but the baby daddy still disrespecting his baby mama. So who has the solid ground to stand on? The boyfriend, the husband, the baby daddy? Because this is why fights break out. This is why niggas are shooting at each other, because the husband is shooting at the damn baby daddy or vice versa, because in his mind, that's still his woman because he got kids. But in your mind, you came in or you've married this woman and now this is your household. So it brings a lot of problems when you bring kids into this world without a two-parent household. Now, for those of you who got married and your husband's divorced you, left you, or died, I'm not talking about y'all, okay?
Right.
We talking about the ones who's laid down with these guys and then they're no longer in the kid's life.
Right.
Yeah. And so, again, the pro with that video is she told me up front. So let's just pretend me and her sitting at a table, we on a date, and she told me all this up front. If I decide to say yes, then I am the fool. I'm the fool. But let's say she hid all this from me. Then that's another issue. But at least she's honest up front to say, this is it. This is the table. I'm bringing it to her. And then I have a choice to say, well, I'm going to pay for the meal. I'll talk to you in another lifetime. Or sure, I'll help you out. That's the issue with the men right there. If she's honest up front, or if the man is honest up front, then you, the person, has to decide whether you want to do that or not.
And I hate this. I hate this too. Because I see men doing it. I see women doing it too. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Man, you talk about you don't want to. Well, I'm going to date outside of my race. Maybe the issue is you. Maybe it's not your race. Maybe it's your standards. Maybe it's like, man, what you're attracted to.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's the issue.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you a dude, you wasn't chasing the chick that was in the, they got a job as a cook. Man, maybe she not that hot, Beyonce type. Maybe she not a supermodel, but she a good woman. You surpassed her. She a decent looking woman. You know what I'm saying? She healthy. But you surpassed her for something to look better that you thought was better. But on the inside, it ain't got nothing to it.
Nope.
So maybe the issue be your standards, man. Maybe it's not, I got to date outside my race. Maybe the issue is you.
Some of these women are already AI robots. They look good on the outside, but there's nothing on the
inside.
Nothing on the inside, right? But at least with the AI robots, it come with instructions and let you know what's in the inside.
You can turn it on and off.
You don't. Thank you. You don't know what the hell going on up here.
You're right. Speaking of, man, this dude says $30 an hour. This was crazy to me. But he was talking about how $30 an hour is the new minimum wage. He really, when I watched the video, he was more focused on people to make around $20 an hour. But, man, I think we talked about this a little bit. But we're going to dive into this, all right? And then me and Sky, we're going to go ahead and give y'all opinion on it. And then y'all type what y'all think of it. So without further ado.
What's up, guys? I'm fucking tired. I don't know if you can tell, I just got back from the gym. Fuck. So I'm like literally like winded. That seems like I'm trying to get it across the street. But yeah, I got some news to tell you guys. I'm pretty sure almost every that's weird, my video cut out. I was gonna say I got some unfortunate news to share with you all, but I'm pretty sure almost every working American knew this already. But $20 an hour, and honestly, anywhere from $20 to $30 an hour is the new minimum. Is like the new minimum wages. That's like the new broke. Realistically, if you're making anything under $20 an hour and you're over the age of 20, 21, how the fuck are you even buying food, dude? Like, I make $26.98 an hour, and I mean, don't get me wrong, it's decent money. I honestly, I don't think it's. I think it's just barely decent money. If I was around way back when, I'd say it's. I'd say that was probably good for the time. Like if you were making 20-something an hour back in like 2012, even, you'd be straight. Like you'd be able to not only live comfortably, but you'd be able to go on vacation. Do like not normal shit because that's not everybody can afford to do that, so I guess it's not normal. But like shit that you want to do, you want to live. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm not saying with $20 an hour you can't live comfortably. Okay, you can just barely get by. What do I mean by that? If you don't have a car, like car payment or car insurance, $20 an hour, you're caking. You're straight. But especially like if you live in a city, public transportation, do all that. If you have a car note, car insurance, rent, utilities, internet, phone bill, $20 an hour, $20 to $30 an hour is not going to cut it, bro. Especially
so he goes on a while about this, but I don't want to get too far off of the subject that we want to go ahead and talk about.
Gotcha.
So, do you want to dive into this, or you want me to go ahead and dive into this?
I was trying to go first because mine probably won't be that long. Well, he said way back in 2012, no. In the 80s, if you was making $26 an hour, you were really living good, was you not? 90s, maybe? No, in the 2000 shit. Now, once George Bush got in office, the sun shit, all that went out the window. But let's just talk about the $30 an hour. So, because that's, I don't know if he just magically pulled that out of the air or he's been keeping up with the economics that's going on in California. Because Gavin Newsom, I think that's the governor, is trying to get there. He's at 20, but and so what a lot of these companies are saying, if you force us in this state minimum wage to get up to 30, we're going to lay a lot of people off. A lot of people are leaving California because stuff is high, and $30 an hour is that's too much labor cost for anybody. Hell, maybe even for Amazon, shit, it's too much labor cost, right? But then you think about it, you can't always blame it on the hourly rate because the more you make, just as a 9-to-5, we ain't talking about business, the more the government's going to take. So when you like $30 an hour, if you could keep every bit of that $30 an hour, you would not be complaining. You wouldn't, because you do the math at $30 an hour times 40. You know what I'm saying? Hours a week. Then times that 4 weeks, about 12 months. You could live good in any place in America. It's just all of the insurances, taxes, deductions. That 30 that is saying on paper, you really bring in 26. And those days, one of those days you're working for free. People are like, oh, I work 5 days a week. Yeah, but you don't get paid for 4 by the time they take out taxes and stuff. So that's my thing. To end this is no matter what number you think you're worth, the government is going to tax a fourth of that. That's why you're struggling. Go ahead, Damo.
I just wanted to go ahead and bring it down to this. I think, man, and follow me, Sky. Do you agree that the more people make, the more money they spend? So I think the bigger issue is people think a raise means I got more money to spend. They don't look at it as I have more money to save. They look at it, they treat it as I got more money to spend. Oh, I can afford that brand new car, so let me go get a new car note. So forget working on the car that you got and upgrading it. You already own it. No, you got to have something new. You know what I'm saying? And so I think, man, what he didn't really talk about in this is that a lot of people spend well above their means. It's just like we just seen the video a couple videos ago with these girls out here about these wigs and weed. Do y'all know how much this stuff costs?
$1,400. Jesus.
But then y'all talk about a struggling economy, but yet go out and do this and buy this bull.
And that's just the hair demo. That ain't me. They're gonna charge you another $200-$300 to install it. Install it, well, put it in your hair, whatever.
Install it. You said it right. It's being installed. You know. To
last what, 30 days? Because most women, once it starts itching, they ready to take it out.
People blow money. And I'm guilty of this too. We spend money on things that 2 weeks from now we ain't even gonna remember where the money went. That's how much we blow money. All of us, especially in America. America is the biggest consumer. It's the reason why these tariffs was always gonna work. Because we the consumer. You know what I'm saying? The buyer, the consumer don't concern itself with the seller, because guess what the consumer gonna do? They gonna go to the cheapest seller. The buyer, on the other hand, is the one that's worried about the customer. Because, man, you can't force your product on anybody. So if your customers quit buying, you stop. For me as a customer, I got other options.
That's why I hate when people complain about a capitalistic society, because there are countries that don't do this. I'll give you an example. I worked at Hertz, and I worked with a guy from Egypt. Well, he was from Sudan, but his daddy was from Egypt. His mom was Sudan. And in those countries over there, it's dictated by the government, right? So let's say Damo was the president of the government, and I'm his cousin, and I want to start a rental car place. Well, since I'm his cousin, he's going to let me start it. But if you want to be my competition, you have to get a license. And the only way to get a license is to go through Damo. And Damo is not going to give you a license to go against his cousin. So then that's when the company is over the consumer, because you have nowhere to go. And you can come to my store, I can look at you and tell you, go F off. Who are you going to complain to? There's no EEOC. There's no consumer, nothing like that in these other countries. And you can't go to no other rental car place because I'm the only one there. So it kills me sometimes, Damo, when people complain about that, because you don't know all the rights and protections you have to protect you and your money. But let me end it like this. A fool and their money should never depart, right?
Right. And you know what, Sky? Here's something else that I want to talk about that we didn't talk about. See, if you're making like this young man, 26 and out, you know what would have been a great move for him? To stay home and save it.
Yeah.
Stay home and build his credit up.
That's what I do.
Stay home, get you 2 cars, and then go out and do whatever. Because now you got 2 vehicles. A great building block.
Right. And if
people are
able to do that, yes. You're right, Damo. Yeah, because some people...
And some of these young folks are so quick to move out of the house rather than sitting back, going to their parent as an adult and say, you know what, man, I need to get on my feet financially. Can we work something out? I know you got house rules, but can we work something out where I can stay here and it allow me to save my money? Because most parents say what? I don't mind if you stay home as long as
my rules.
You follow my rules, and there's one other big.
You help contribute.
You got a job.
Or you go, or you in school.
I'm not even
or you in school, or you have a job. Yes. And you're right. And people don't. And people don't take advantage of that, because there are some people whose parents are dead. There's some people who come out of the adoption system. There's some people who come out of broken homes that don't have that. So you're right, Damo. If you have that, swallow your pride and stay with your parents, because it happened to me. I'm telling y'all, when I was because I didn't move out till I was like 29. Between those years, people used to make fun of me. Oh, you still with your mama? You live with your mommy? Because everybody else, that was the thing, to leave, to get your own place. And all them folks ended up coming back home. All of them folks ended up going broke and having to come back home. So while they're coming back home, I'm leaving because I've seen all the mistakes you made. So he's telling the absolute truth.
Right.
I stayed at home long enough to get myself together, pay my car off, research where I wanted to live, and I moved out. I wasn't trying to be like everybody else just because y'all moving out paying this, that, doing it. Why did I have to do it? So I didn't care about being the butt of the jokes. If you thought that I was just living at home, freeloading off my parents, then that's what you thought. But I knew what I was doing. So I agree, Damo.
And you know, I think people, especially the younger generation, they mismanage money. They don't listen. You know what I'm saying? And they really thought about it and stay home. You want to go out, move out to have roommates for what? So you can go ahead and F around, be screwing and whatever, doing whatever you want. Just so you can so-called, I'm free, I can do what I want. Okay, then the consequences is you ain't gonna be able to afford the life that you want to live. Don't complain, because it's the same way with homeless people. There's programs out here for them, but a lot of them don't want to go to the programs because they got to follow rules. Well, if I got to follow rules, then I don't want to go to the program. Then deal with the consequences.
That is absolutely true. And a lot of these women that we're talking about, those were the ones, I don't know about now, but let me just tell you about when I was coming up, who left early, who got pregnant and had to come back home. And this is back when rent was like $200-300 a month now. We ain't talking about $1,800, $2,000 today. We talking about when you can go get you a 1-bedroom apartment for $2-3. I knew a girl who lived in Columbia. She was in a 2-bedroom, nice size apartment for $326 a month. And that was in 2005. So imagine in the 80s and 90s how cheap things were back then, and these women jumped for the freedom and then have 2-3 kids and couldn't afford nothing because they have 3 baby daddies and had to jump back home. That's what freedom got you. It got you that, and then you still had to come back to your mom and daddy and live under their rules with these kids now.
Yep. And so he's saying that's the new minimum wage. Well, I'm sorry, I hate to say this, but a lot of people, man, they do it to themselves. True. They don't prepare. I think as parents, we got to do a better job of having conversations with our kids and preparing them too, and make them think about stuff.
Right, but it goes back to my previous conversation, that self-esteem issue. So you go from $26 an hour to $30, and to make yourself feel good, now you got to go from a Kia, right, to now a BMW. You have to go from a 50-inch to a 72-inch TV. It to me, it's all about self-pride. People say I suffer from depression and anxiety and da-da-da-da-da. I don't know. I ain't never suffered from that. But I'm just saying material things is what they use to make themselves feel better. So that's the spending problem that you have.
Right. You're right. So this sex worker, man, this former sex worker, tells, on the podcast, she's sitting and tell everybody like what most men complain to her about when it comes to women. And so this is a short clip, but we're going to go ahead and get into it. And then I just want to hear what y'all think about this, all right? I think she hit it right on the nose, but without further ado, make sure I turn this up.
The main thing that men complain about is that they don't get enough head, they don't get sex, they go all this long amount of time without sex. I feel like suck and fuck. I literally, like, I'm serious, I tell all women, suck and fuck. It's not too much that you have to do for a man, honestly, besides cooking for them and sucking and fucking. The conversations, the extra, that's us. That's the things that we want. It's annoying to y'all. Right. I think that women don't really.
Man, you know what?
Hey, y'all, sorry for anybody had kids under 18. We sorry about that language. But I understand where she's coming from. I mean, they said 3 things for a man: feed him, F him, and shut the F up. If women can follow those 3 rules, they can have a husband for life. He might not even cheat on you. Feed him, F him, and shut the F up, right? So I get what she's saying, because a lot of men, especially if they're the sole provider, right? When they come home, they want peace, they want food, and they want sex.
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this. And when y'all hear to shut the F up, that don't mean really literally shut the F up. What they really trying to say, to put it in perspective, a lot of y'all don't know when to be quiet. Like, once y'all get going speaking, there's no breath. Y'all don't take a deep breath. Y'all don't pause. Y'all just keep going, and then it be like 3 hours later, and the dude just sitting there and you just still going. That's what you mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't mind, man, going back and forth, having some communication and whatnot. But then, man, I've seen them chicks, man, that blah, 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 blah. And then you like 3 hours later and you still sitting there like, And you're like, damn, I didn't know this story was this long. You should have wrote a damn book. You missed your calling. You should have wrote a novel. This was way, ma'am. Breathe, ma'am. Breathe.
Yeah, some people can be long-winded.
Long-winded. I know some long-winded females, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I just want y'all to know that when y'all hear that, y'all, they need to shut the F up. No, really what they mean. That's not really what they mean. Basically what they're saying though is like, know when to, to go back and forth. It's just like, for my smokers out there, when they puff pass, you gotta know when to pass it. You can't just keep puffing and keep puffing and keep puffing and keep puffing and then calling it a session. It's like a conversation. It ain't a conversation. It's just one of us talking.
Yeah, that's true. Now, if the conversation is making sense, I might can be around a long-winded person, but when it starts like, what in the hell are you talking about? That's when it's like, okay, take a pause, because now you're talking in run-on sentences. There's no periods, no semicolons, no commas, no nothing. It's just like, I'm confused. It's like listening to Twista rap. You remember how fast he rapped, Twista? That's what it's like sometimes.
Man, it sound like that. It sound like that Charlie Brown. When the teacher was talking, after a while, a lot of y'all sound just like that. We'll be like, because we hear, that's what we hear. You hear what I say? Yeah, I heard what you said. You might, remember the last line, but before that, you don't remember the hell what I was talking about. You got lost. Maybe like she talking up underwater. And so, and last but not least, man, we moving along. Before I talk to this next one, because the next subject is, are blacks the most racist group in 2025? So this dude got on TikTok, went viral over some stuff that he said. We gonna play that, but before I do, I'm gonna get back with some music. And Nas, man, since you the only one here right now, I'm gonna go ahead and drop them 500 diamonds on you. But I'm gonna screen record it because I don't think people really believe that, man. On Tuesdays we be dropping diamonds, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But first, we gonna go ahead and get into some more music, and then, man, we're gonna get right back to it. All right, man. Again, if y'all watching, if y'all can share the live right now, we appreciate it. Thank y'all for sitting here with us, man. We appreciate y'all time.
All my life, I've been searching for me. Driving down this lonely road. Really don't know where I'm going. I'm driving with my eyes closed, and all I see, a reflection of me, a reflection of me, a reflection of me. Been traveling down this dark road for so long. Yes. Still searching for love, these hoes are so cold. Yes. Trade love for lust, it's getting so old. So many lost souls sucking my pain away. Yeah. When I look in the mirror, don't even know my face. All I see is heartache and a lot of pain. I wanna give up, go to a quiet place. Yeah. The Lord help me take this pain away. Please. All I want is some peace. All my life I've been searching for me. All my life I've been a slave to the streets. So please, Lord, let me be free. Hey. I'm searching for me. Driving down this lonely road. I really don't know where I'm going. I'm driving with my eyes closed, and all I see, a reflection of me, a reflection of me, a reflection of me. I'm really trying to change, Lord. I accept my wrong. This life is so hard, I'm just trying to be strong. Never giving up, but even the strong get weak. I'm at war with myself, I'm my own worst enemy. Feel like I'm dying inside. I can't stop these tears coming from my eyes. I'm just searching for peace, I'm just searching for me. I'm searching for me. Hey. Driving down this lonely road, I really don't know where I'm going. I'm driving with my eyes closed, and all I see, a reflection of me, a reflection of me, a reflection of me. Driving down this lonely road, I really don't know where I'm going. I'm driving with my eyes closed, and all I see, a reflection of me, a reflection of me, a reflection of me. Driving down this lonely road, I really don't know where I'm going. I'm driving with my eyes closed, and all I see, a reflection of me, a reflection of me, a reflection of me.
We are back, y'all. And right now, I'm going to go ahead and let me get my screen record because I got to make sure I capture this. I'm about to go ahead and hook Nas up. So, Nas, I appreciate you being here, brother. I want to record this, man, so I could go ahead and let people see that we, for real, on Tuesdays, we do get on this panel. But you got to stay the whole time. All right, so without further ado, here you go, Nas. All right, man. Appreciate you being here, bro. Just stick around with us. This next topic gonna get really deep. So appreciate you being here, man. And let's go ahead and get it going. So this dude, he had a lot to say, and hey, man, I ain't gonna lie. As tough as this was listening to this, a lot of this I gotta agree with him, man. Some things I do, some things I don't. And so I'm gonna approach this from different aspects. But listen to hear what he said first.
I genuinely give zero fucks about your guys' feelings, and I will come on here and say all the uncomfortable truths that everybody knows is true, but absolutely nobody will talk about. Black people are the most racist individuals that there is in 2025. As a white person, I certainly can't go to a black community and feel safe. But when they come to white communities, it's like they're in fucking Disneyland. I used to be an addict, so every time I go down to Newark, I would have to make sure I was strapped. I don't think they have to feel the same way about going out in a white community. Matter of fact, they can come here and say whatever they want. They can call me white boy this, white boy that, white whatever the fuck. And I'm just simply not going to comply with the double standard. I genuinely do not care one bit about your guys' feelings, and I'll tell you the truth. And the truth is, in 2025, white kids are being raised to be accepting individuals, and it's not the other way around. And everybody knows that.
All right, so that's what he had to say, right? So did you want to go first, or you want me to go?
Well, before I get to him, in my opinion, we're gonna go back to in the 80s when I was a little boy. The most racist people I ever met was an old black man. And a lot of people told me, well, it's because most of them or their parents grew up in the Jim Crow era. And so the stuff that they went through during the 60s and 70s, maybe even the 50s, right, is why they're so hard up on white people in general. And I was saying, yes, I get that. So them Jim Crow people have the right to feel the way they feel and have the right to be racist, because it's literally documented that people was being racist against them. So I have no problem with you being racist back, because there it was. You have it documented. It's in books. It's on videos. They're hosing black people, everything. But what I didn't like is that you was trying to pass your racism on to my generation, because the white people that were my friends didn't do anything to you, and they haven't done anything to me. So to piggyback off of that, if black people are the most racist people in 2025, Where did it come from? Did it start from the old black men that was teaching me this in the 80s? Was there a gap where black people was not racist? And then all of a sudden they just woke up one day and wanted to be the most racist people again? Because I believe what he's saying. Behind closed doors, black people talk bad about everybody. I know I'm behind those closed doors. Not just white people, everybody, right? But out in public, they want to be the victim. So I agree with what he's saying. All I'm asking is, tell me when he got to the point where we moved up to be the most racist people in 2025.
Man, it's so many different angles I'm going to talk about this from. First and foremost, I would like to tell that brother first and foremost. He said he was on drugs. Well, you're not going to find the kindest people in the hood if that's your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Like, you in the hood. It don't matter what color you are. You're going to be mistreated in the hood. It ain't got nothing to just do with you just being white. Man, they gonna knock me off the same way they will knock you off. First and foremost. So you gotta think about where you at. It's just like with me going to a redneck bar. I'm asking for trouble. What do I think gonna happen if I get bopped in the head? You know what I'm saying? Like, I know. Why would you want to go somewhere where you know you ain't wanted? There's some hoods. I know I'm not wanted. I know it. Ain't got nothing to do.
And I'm okay with that.
Man, because I don't live that lifestyle.
I'm okay with it.
So to them, I might be a square. So on that alone, man, I'm in danger. First and foremost. Second of all, I think to a degree, man, it ain't just limited to black folks, but I think minorities. What's taking place right now is reverse racism. Meaning that the people that are the accusers are the guilty. Most of the people that accuse somebody of being racist, if you really have a conversation with them, they racist too. Or they don't even understand what the term is. Because it's a difference between being prejudiced and being racist. A person that's racist can put in a policy to keep you from striving or keep you from being in certain rooms and stuff like that. That's racist. That means they can use their power to keep you out based on the color of your skin. That's a racist. Somebody is prejudiced. They don't just like you because I don't like this color. I don't like that color. I don't like this shade. I don't like that shade. That's prejudice. So I think we throw that word around too often. And I think it's watered the word down. You know, everything is racist nowadays. So we don't even respect when somebody being called that because we like, oh, y'all call everybody that. You see what I'm saying? And so...
So do you think that his perspective is just dealing with blacks in the hood that was on drugs? He ain't dealt with like a Heath Huxtable, you know, he ain't dealt with like Uncle Phil, you know what I'm saying, people in affluent neighborhoods.
Even some of them are racist. Sky, man, could you imagine how we would act if a white person walked around and said, my white-owned business?
Yeah. So it would rub people the wrong way.
What do you think the response
would rub some people the wrong way? Absolutely.
Or white products?
Yeah. Because Tommy
white-owned
Tommy
products?
Hilfiger said it on the show. He said he didn't make his kids.
And they flipped out.
But let a black man say, well, you know, it's only for my people, not for white folks. Oh, he's good. He's okay. You know what I'm saying? So it's a double standard in this world.
We can go around and say this. Hell no, I ain't messing with no white girl. Or, hell no, I ain't messing with no white dude. But if they was to say the same thing, hell no, I'm not dealing with no black.
Yeah.
It'd be World War II.
Well, think about it. If what we're saying is true, then the most racist person that I know is Dr. Umar Johnson then, right? He criticizes all white people, especially all white women, snow bunnies. Is that not a racist term?
Yeah, he is. He prejudiced. I ain't gonna say he racist. I'm gonna say he prejudiced. Because the racist will mean that he's in a position of power where, say for example, And we've seen it like DEI, to me, is racist. It's a racist policy. Because you're picking people based on the color of their skin. And not because they just qualify.
So like affirmative action, yeah.
Yeah, that's a racist policy.
Right. But then let me ask you about this, because you know the NFL have what they call the Rooney Rule, where they have to interview at least 3 black coaches before they hire a new coach. Is that prejudice or racist?
I think that's racist. I think the NFL in itself is racist. Property of the NFL?
Oh, yeah.
Why y'all gotta be property?
Everything says that, don't it? Property of XYZ. Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Everything say property.
We own this. We have the trademark to this. Damn, it's crazy.
So all of it is, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, all this stuff.
Goes to show you, man. Slavery never ended. It just changed forms, right?
It's more sophisticated.
It's more sophisticated. Yeah. I don't mean chains and whips, and I just mean the system that was used. People are still using it to this day in America. Yeah, I ain't saying they chaining people up and making them work for free. I'm just saying whatever they created then has evolved to now. Property of.
They give people just enough to survive.
The
majority of people only have just enough to get by. There's no programs or nothing in place to help people advance. Nothing government-wise. And
even if there was, they still have to take the initiative to want to advance.
Yeah, and they take that away from you because they say, well, if you make more, we're going to take more from you. So then people's mindset is, well, I'm going to do the bare minimum. So they just do just enough to get by. That is the game. It's mental slavery. Yeah. But to a degree, he's right, because there's we can say certain things that if white folks said it, they racist. And we don't let that shit go. Look at Hulk Hogan. Yeah. They were still holding him accountable, and he had the right to say, I don't have to agree with him, but he had the right to feel the way he wanted to feel. If he's saying, I don't want my white daughter date no black man, he got the right to feel that.
Can I throw up another name for you? Kanye West. Is he racist or prejudiced?
Man, he racist. I say he's more prejudiced.
Okay.
Because to be racist, it would be like a CEO of a high prestige company saying, I'm not going to hire blacks. Even though you qualify, you got triple the qualifications of the person he hired. But based on his feelings towards you, he was able to keep you from getting a certain position. That's racist.
So more people need to start saying things are prejudice than racist. Gotcha. Yep. But some black folks will always pull the race card because it's their victim.
It's the easiest thing to do.
It's the easiest thing to do. Yeah, it is. But yeah, I mean, if there was a study showed that said black people are now the most racist people in America, I don't think I could rebuke it, because again, I came from the foundations where I was hearing this day after day after day. You better not have no white friends. You better not be dating no white people. You better not bring a white person home. I mean, even if they can make you $1 million, even if they was giving these black people free beer and marijuana, if they were white, no, you better not even come in this neighborhood. Yeah, so I came from the
they got neighborhoods like that. And we know better. Scott, you and I don't care, man, what our perception of ourselves is. We know there are certain places that we go. You can feel it that you aren't wanted. Why would you want to go there? Why would you want to go anywhere that you aren't wanted?
My neighborhood has changed so much, Edge Hill in South Nashville, that I don't even stop and get gas there no more. And it has changed since they've added the Gulch. A lot of more white people has moved into Edge Hill, but there's still parts of Edge Hill. I'm like, I'll go down the street to get gas, because especially over there off of Fayette by Jason, you see those gas stations. Yeah. I'll go up the street a little bit further. Yeah. And I'm going there, and I still ain't gonna stop and do that. So There's no racism or prejudice on me because I'm
I
the
will
same.
run out of gas and push
I'll
my
run out of
car
gas.
3 blocks to get gas at another gas station before I
That's
go in that
absolutely
area.
correct.
You ain't lying.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. But you know, I mean, I can't go all the way to say that he's wrong about it. I mean, that he, you know, wrong about it. But man, there's some truth to what he's saying.
Mm-hmm.
We up there. I think there is some other groups that's just as bad, but we up there and we get away with it. I think what makes it worse is we literally can do it out front and there be no repercussions, no consequences.
That's right.
Like nobody's going to get us fired and whatnot.
Mm-hmm. That's true. And again, that's just that double standard in the world we live in. And some people know how to play the game. They know when to pull it and when not to use it. That's it. Man,
Sky, I had fun today too.
Yeah, today was a good day. Tuesdays is always a good day. People in this world,
I swear, man, when we miss a Tuesday, I
feel it.
For a long week. So, I'm always grateful and thankful, man, to co-host with you. You know what I'm saying? And just to watch what we building. To everybody that came through, man, I'm even more gracious than them. Because I think the most valuable thing you can give a person is your time.
That's it.
Your time, because money you can get back. You know, you can get a lot of stuff back, but the one thing you can't get back from people is time.
Yeah, that's true. That is true.
Did you want to go ahead and take this time to get a shout out?
Oh, yes, thank you. So let's shout out to Faith, thank you, Miranda G, Rachel, Josh, and I think those are all the people who hit me up. And anybody else that's watching, because I'm starting to realize a lot of people watch it, just don't comment. So everybody else who have watched and comment, thank y'all for being on this journey with us. Don't forget tonight, y'all, the D Bling Radio Show brought to you by Redneck Championship Wrestling. This Saturday in Nashville, Illinois, I will be there wrestling. To listen to the music is offtoprecords.com. That is, offtopradio.com. That is offtopradio.com. I'll be promoting it on the social medias. Thanks to everybody who listens. This Thursday, don't forget, we have some more radio shows coming up on Thursdays. I just have to create a flyer for it. I haven't found one that I like, but eventually it's coming. So y'all will know on Thursdays, tune in to the radio station. We stream on offtoprecords.net. That is offtoprecords.net. So, thank y'all again for joining us. Please share, like, and subscribe. Hey, spread the word, because all we do is just we listen to these videos and just saying, if that was me, what would I do? Damo does a great job of finding the content, putting it together, and I'm honored that he's allowing me to come on this journey with him on this show. So thank y'all.
Well, I wanted to say the honor is all mine. Thank you guys for being here. Shout out to Naj, everybody that was up in the panel today. Man, and extra big ups to Naj, because Naj got about 800 diamonds. We're going to do this every week. So make sure y'all come through, man, especially the hosts, people that seriously hosting on here that's trying to make money on this app. There's money to be made. So thank you guys for coming through. And as I always say, man, if you woke up on this half of the earth and you go to sleep on this half of the earth, you claim victory over the day. Because the only thing guaranteed in life is death. So you only can worry about the things that you can control. Everything else, man, please put it in God's hands and watch what he'll do for you, all right?
Man,
peace and blessings to y'all. We appreciate y'all being here. Till next week, 1 p.m. EST, 12 Central. We are out. Peace.